It's been announced that travellers from France entering the UK will have to quarantine for 14 days. It follows a rise of 66% in coronavirus infections across the Channel in the last week. The Transport Secretary, Shapps, says the measure, which will also affect travellers from the Netherlands and Malta, comes into effect for the whole of the UK from Saturday morning. Well, the current rate of infection in France is 32.1 cases per 100,000 people, while the UK has 18.5 cases per 100,000. Our Paris correspondent Lucy Williamson has more.
You don't hear much English at this campsite near Euro Disney. Even before the quarantine announcement, the number of British guests here had dropped by more than 2/3 this year. Jenny Thorpe and her family bought an annual pass to Euro Disney back in March, on the day the park went into lockdown. This is their third visit here this year. They have another one planned for October.
We were due to come at the end of the month, but we brought it forward by 2 weeks to give us the 2 weeks when we get back. So we'll make sure we're back in the UK 2 weeks before they start school.
Tonight, the Transport Minister confirmed the new rules.
This evening we're announcing that there will now be quarantine brought in for a number of other locations, now including France, Holland and some others. And that's because we've absolutely worked so hard to make sure that we're keeping our numbers down here, and we can't afford to re-import those cases from elsewhere.
France has warned all along about reciprocal measures when it comes to quarantine. A spokeswoman for the President told us the UK could expect an immediate response. The infection rate in France has jumped this week to more than 2,500 new cases each day, the highest since lockdown here. Young people are seen as a major cause, one reason why the fatality rate so far hasn't risen as fast. Eurotunnel are warning of potential chaos as British tourists try to beat the quarantine deadline. With little spare capacity on the shuttle, their strong advice: book a slot before you drive. Those who took the risk of travelling here this summer now face the gamble of getting home. Well, it's not just the British government who are worried about the rising infection rates here. The French Prime Minister has said the situation's been going in the wrong direction and it could become harder to control. So tonight's announcement about quarantine won't come as much of a surprise, but it will be unwelcome news, particularly for the tourist sector. Campsites like these who are already struggling, partly because of a big drop in British tourists. Normally, France is the second most favourite destination for British tourists after Spain.
OK, Lucy, thank you for that. Lucy Williamson there, just outside Paris. Thank you.